Jay Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jackson. We're at 459 West 59th Street in Jacksonville. Just looking up and down the street. It's actually a nice, well-settled neighborhood. Lots of things happening in this area. You can see we've got new homes going up all around it. This particular home is not new, but it does look like it's had some work done on it. But we're going to find out more about that as we walk through. As I said, the neighborhood looks good, and let's start off by getting a look at the exterior. So we got a handicapped ramp that looks like it's relatively new that's been put up here. None of this wood has been treated. It's all just raw and exposed. But when you look up underneath the little eave here, you can see that that wood is a more fresh look, which means that actually this deck is not that old. It just needs some stain. Gosh, you know, stain this and it will last a whole lot longer. Front porch, cement. The boards on the porch itself, once again, they need to be scraped and painted, but all things considered, they look pretty good. The ceiling also needs some scrape and some paint. We've got vinyl siding on the outside. The roof of this property is looks okay from here, but you know what? Let me get a look from the street because it's hard for me to tell what this actually looks like. With the amount of space that we have on this lot. So let me just get back, I'll go back here a little bit and take a look from the street and see what this really looks like. Okay, so looking at the roof, what I can see here is that we've got a lot of staining and streaking from water. I can see stain on the fascia right here along the roof that covers the front deck, and the discoloration there also from trees, but you know, mostly this light and dark that you see is a result of water washing away the gravel on the roof. Probably that roof will need to be replaced, and that's unfortunate. Currently this house is listed at $139,000. I twisted my ankle twice just in the same second there, but you know, with the deck or with the roof needing to be replaced, which is going to be about a $12,000 bill, or $14,000 if you have somebody do it. Maybe the 160 is closer to what it's supposed to be. Foundation is not a poured perimeter cement foundation. It is some kind of a cement block foundation. It's probably, those are just fascia or some kind of a false faux blocks. With the actual real concrete blocks on the corners, kind of like what you have here. Rather than having this lattice and blocks, you've got that other material there that makes it look like a solid foundation, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it is not that. There is a separate outbuilding at this house that used to be a garage. What you've got is one big room, like a living room. Doesn't have carpet, needs it. And what might be a bathroom or laundry. The tile work on the floor is okay, it's just dirty. Yeah, so there is a place for a toilet back here. There is a little bath in the back and a place for a shower to be installed that has not yet been completed. So what you've got really is like a separate little apartment, which used to be a garage. And they did a pretty nice job of that. It's big enough that, you know, decent living space. You're going to have to turn this into a kitchen or probably something like that. So it would be a studio apartment. There is some settling, and you can tell here by this big crack that we've got in the floor that actually it's tilted on either side of that crack because it's settling probably along one edge or the other. Don't think that's necessarily a problem. It's probably long done with that. Now looking up here at the roof, I can see right away that we definitely have some rot in the wood underneath because we've got a nice saggy spot there. There's probably more than one. So yeah, we definitely are looking at roof work. There's a separate storage shed also in the back. Needs to be cleaned up and fixed up, and maybe the sliding doors reworked. There's a lot of rust here that makes me wonder whether or not you know, it's going to be a problem getting those doors on there again. But if you can manage that, it looks like it's in good shape otherwise. The yard itself is not very big. This is it. So we don't really have that big of a backyard, but it looks okay. The back roof, once again, it looks okay, but I am seeing places where there's some sagging, and there's a lot of tree debris up there. I really think probably the best thing to do would be to get a roofer to have a look, and they could give you a better idea. And also, if it would pass a wind mitigation test, that's something you're going to need if you want to get this thing insured. So let's go ahead and continue on around back to the front, and then we'll just take a quick walkthrough and call it a morning here. 459 West 59th Street. Vinyl siding on this side looks like it's in good shape. All of the foundation stones look like they are also in good shape. There's a little bit of rot on some of the trim for the posts here. Probably would need to replace this corner bead. Plywood though seems to be okay. So maybe just the corner bead itself, and then get that repainted so that that would be good again. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get up to the front door here and then take a look at the inside, and hopefully it looks decent. We'll find out in just a moment.